Yeah.
Hey guys, Chris Birch here. I'm getting set up at the moment for doing a 3-week trip on the adventure bike on the KTM 890R, and we're going into some really sort of out of the way places in the upper west coast of the South Island. And this is an area I've never been before. It's an area I've never explored before. I'm really excited. It's going to be a lot of sort of camping, staying in bush huts, that sort of stuff. So we have to be really self-sufficient. And yeah, this is the kit that I'm taking with me. I'll run you guys through it and show you how we're storing it on the bike. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I'm not planning on taking a 13-year-old miniature poodle with me. I'm going to come to Sprocket. So this is my camping gear, my tent, my sleeping mattress, sleeping bag, all that sort of thing. This stuff's all really light, but it's quite bulky. So I can go up on the top of the bike, keeping the room for the more heavy stuff lower on the bike. Jam all that into the OS 12. That can sit nice and high up on the top of the bike. On the right hand side, that's where I keep all the stuff that I need to keep my bike going. So I've got my Kriega tool roll, all the tools that I need to make the repairs. And the big thing we're going to come across on this trip is a lot of water crossings. So luckily I haven't had to dewater a 890 yet, but I've been through the process. So I've taken the bike apart, stripped it down to the point where I can get to the spark plug. So if I do drown it in the water, I know I've got enough tools here that I can get the bike going again. And that's probably going to be the most likely issue we're going to have. Of course, you know, adventure riding, you can never escape flat tires. So we've got pump to pump the tires up again. I've got my tyre levers in the side pod of the bike next to my spare clutch lever and brake lever, and a couple of spare tubes and a spare puncture repair kit in there as well. Pretty lightweight, but there's not too much that I can't repair on the bike. Of course, we've got cable ties and glue and duct tape and all that good stuff, MacGyver stuff as well. Basic first aid kit, obviously really important. Mini chain lubes. I hate listening to a dry, horrible chain. Also, I've got some super strong Dyneema rope. So if we get stuck in a valley, can't get up a hill, we can drag the bikes up with this, winch the bikes up. We can get bikes across rivers with it if we have to. There's all sorts of problems we can fix with rope. And worst case scenario, we can tow a bike out the bush with this. So heaviest stuff goes in first. Try and keep that weight as central to the bike as possible. And we'll pack some nicely into the OS 12. All right, what's next? Clothes, cooking, camping, that sort of stuff. Got my tiny little gas cooker in here. I want to avoid these as much as I can, but some dehydrated food. They're pretty rough, but I don't know, you've got to have food. We try and avoid it as much as we can, get as much fresh food as we can, so a fair bit of storage space left for gathering fresh food as we go along when the opportunities are there. But one of the risks we're going to have on this trip will be getting stuck up a valley if the weather turns and the rivers come up. So we need to have at least 24 hours of food as an emergency cache sort of thing. So I'll take a few of these backcountry meals with me. A couple of storage pouches, one with all my charging cables, GoPro gear, that sort of stuff, all my electronic stuff. The other one, toiletries, deodorant, that sort of stuff. Yeah, deodorant's going to have a big job. I think we're going to end up smelling pretty bad no matter what. All right, so clothing, not a heck of a lot. A couple of t-shirts, merino t-shirts, really, really good. They go forever without stinking. Keep you warm. And pretty important, thermals. The weather could change really drastically where we're going. It could be freezing or it could be 30 degrees. So a couple of thermals will be good, especially at night to keep me warm in those frosty nights. A pair of lightweight trousers. They're mainly just for keeping the sandflies off in the evening. That's their main job. Spare pair of socks, some shorts that double up as swimming shorts, and the liner out of my Alpine Star KTM jacket. So that's a waterproof, fleece-lined jacket that's going to keep me warm in the evenings and can use as another layer if it's wet and cold on the bike. So these clothes I'll keep locked up inside my Kriega roll bag, keep them waterproof, keep them dry. So I've gone for the biggest of the OS bags on this side. Bigger bag, but it's the balance should be about right because heavier stuff, lighter bulky stuff on this side. All right, one more bag, and that's for the wet weather gear. That's going to sneak into a little OS6 up here. Be nice and easy to get to for when the inevitable rain showers come through, even though it's supposed to be summer. Waterproof rain shell, waterproof rain jacket, waterproof over trousers, waterproof gloves. Theoretically, it's summertime, the weather should be good, but chances are we're going to cop some rain along the way, so good to be prepared. That's all going to sneak into the OS6 mounted up here. So the final piece of the puzzle is getting the camping gear on there. It's going to hook into the base system. So on my back I'll have my Kriega Trail 9 Adventure Pack. I'll save the storage space in here for my snacks and food I'm going to eat along the way, and like the fresh food that doesn't get smashed inside the panniers. So hopefully we can pick up some nice yummy stuff to eat rather than living off those rat packs. Hydration is really important, especially if it's going to get hot, so I have some electrolyte sachets to chuck in there as we go along. Really good to be able to just drink and keep the hydration going on a long ride. Garmin inReach strapped to my back, so satellite communicator, EPIRB, get myself out of trouble if we have an issue in the group. And then the harness pouch there to keep my phone, so I can be quick to get those photos when people fall off in rivers. So with everything cinched down nice and tight, it's all strong and stable, and I really like this setup. You know, it's modular. I can take as much as I need or as little as I need. I don't have big, heavy racks weighing my bike down and spacing everything out. So it's light, it's compact, it's stable, it's waterproof, and it's going to give me everything I need to go where we want to go.